So from the beginning, Trump insisted he had absolutely no connections with Russia whatsoever. And then this morning, this came out.
Some 4 months after he began to run for president, denying he had any ties to Russia, Donald Trump secretly signed a letter of intent to build a Trump Tower skyscraper in Moscow. The revelations come from emails turned over to Congress Monday by Donald Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, spelling out Trump's involvement in trying to get a major real estate deal in Russia, what was going to be the tallest building in the world, at the same time he was running for president.
How can one person lie so big? How? You have no connections with Russia, but you signed a deal to build the world's tallest building there? Like, the gap between the lie and the truth could not be wider. It could not be wider. It's like if your friend said that they had never heard of Mumford & Sons, and then one day you see the album cover and you're like, wait a minute, you're Mumford. You're Mumford. Because once again, we suspected this, right? We suspected this before. And now it's confirmed. Yes, during the campaign, Donald Trump totally had connections to Russia. Now, the remaining question is, were those connections strictly business, or were they getting out on the voty-voty action, you know? Well, that's not clear yet. What is clear is that the people who Trump signed this Russia deal with aren't exactly helping his case.
The middleman for the Moscow Trump Tower deal was a convicted felon and one-time FBI informant, Felix Sater, who was also involved in other Trump deals.
Surprise, surprise. Trump dealing with yet another shady character. Trump Tower is the only place where ticking yes on criminal conviction is what gets you the job. That's what that feels like. Oh, and in case you were wondering, yes, the Sater guy is also Russian.
Russian-born, Brooklyn-raised. He got into trouble back in the 90s, got in a bar fight and served jail time.
Sater snapped the stem of a margarita glass and stabbed the man in the neck and face. The man had 110 stitches.
Sweet Jesus. He needed 110 stitches? Not even Mr. Met has 110 stitches on his head, and that motherfucker is a baseball. Oh, and by the way, just a quick etiquette note. Of all the glasses to stab someone with, I would say a margarita glass is the worst. You're literally putting salt in the wounds. Why would you do that? That's just unnecessary. This guy Sater, everything about him is like, he's crazy. He didn't just assault people. Apparently, Felix Sater also committed non-stabbing crimes, including $40 million of stock fraud. Yeah, which none of this should be a surprise, right? Because I have a simple rule in life. You never trust someone with a cat name, right? If a human goes by Felix or Whiskers or Mittens, you should probably just stay away. Yeah. Which is what Trump said he did. In fact, like Russia, he apparently doesn't even know this Sater dude exists.
At the time of the Moscow deal, Trump executives denied to ABC News that Sater had any current role with Trump.
To say he's a senior advisor to Mr. Trump at any point in time would not have been accurate in my mind, or in Mr. Trump's mind.
Yet Sater was given cards by the Trump Organization calling him a senior advisor to Donald Trump.
Oh, man. No, but come on, guys. Come on. This is the same lie as the Russia one. I have nothing to do with this guy. Oh, actually, he's my senior advisor. And I printed it in gold. That's how I did it. I printed it in gold. The big story here isn't just that this shady Russian-born criminal was acting as the middleman between Trump and the Kremlin, when Trump insisted he had no such connections. The real story here is what the shady guy was saying.
In emails turned over to Congress between Sater and Trump's lawyer Cohen, first reported by the Washington Post, Sater wrote, "Buddy, our boy can become president of the USA and we can engineer it. I will get all of Putin's team to buy in on this."
I love how obvious all the Trump people were in their collusion emails. Like, first Don Jr.'s emails were like, "Clinton, Russia, I love it." And now you've got Felix Sater saying to Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, "Let's engineer the election with Putin." Like, these people are so heavy-handed, it's almost like the emails were composed by a porn writer. That's how blatant it is. "Hello, I just moved in next door, and I'm so horny for collusion. Yeah. Yeah.